Great. Hello, Internet. We are live.
Hello,
It's,
Internet. We are live.
it's been a bit of time, I think. Let me just double check that we are, in fact, audible. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Cool. All right. Hello. This is Lies You'll Enjoy, a show on the internet, but you knew that part already. The interesting part is that we play indie tabletop role-playing games. You might know that part too, honestly, because you've already clicked on this video or this stream, and so you probably figured out the context. But, okay, let's tell them something interesting that they don't know. We're playing episode 9 of City of Winter. Shit, you know that. Sorry, it's right there. Fuck. All our characters have passed away, and we're now all three new characters almost. But you knew that too because it's in the title. Kurt, what don't they know?
I think we could tell them something that they might not know.
Okay.
That would be useful if they don't. If you are interested in watching this game, and you're not interested in watching a couple of goofballs chatting around, please feel free to, if you're watching the VOD, scrub the playing timeline. What would you call that? Move the point forward in the video until you reach it. Three of us, until you see three of us. I'm doing a great articulate job of telling you how to do this. Once you see three of us, our third has joined us, and that means that we are playing the real actual game or being about to do that, as opposed to just sort of yapping back and forth. If you'd like to hear us yap back and forth, please stick around. And indeed, if you're watching this live, you've got no other choice. So, hello, folks.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Now,
We've been not together for some time.
it's true.
It's
While
about a
there was a
month.
brief sort of interlude of surrogate game a week ago,
Yeah.
you haven't seen Anthony in a month, and neither have I. Last I spoke to Anthony, Anthony was heading out to the West Coast to do something out there. I don't even know what, folks.
I was off to go do economics, as a young man might do. Uh,
Go West, young man.
I was presenting in Canada's premier economics conference. Everybody gets together. We all talk about econ, and we're doing it in beautiful Vancouver. It's very
I
fun.
feel like there's no point in going to the Premier's economic conference when the Prime Minister is the one that's actually an economist.
And that's a joke for you Canadians and people who are aware about the governmental structure of Canada. Uh, I have been.
That's how you get them.
That's how you get them. Yeah, I've been away for a bit. I was running a conference in Toronto the week before, and then I was in Vancouver for another conference. And I've been away from home for some time. I've just returned today, and you can see I've been away from my personal grooming equipment as well for all that time. And apparently, I was out of the house for so long, Kurt, that I turned on the tap as I got into the house this afternoon, and brown water came out. I live in downtown Toronto. This I don't know what is happening. The water has rusted in the pipes of this building.
That's how long it's been
That's
since
how
you've been
long it's
here.
been. Yeah.
Hello, Time Roller.
Oh,
Thank you for the
hello.
congratulations on the affiliate anniversary. And whoops.
Whoops. Oh, cool. I'm so glad you guys can see it too. Did you know, Kurt? It's our
Oh,
affiliate
no, I had no
anniversary.
idea.
Yep.
Nope.
It shows up in the chat, I guess.
Well, now we know. And that means that we've been doing this for quite some time.
A long
Isn't
time.
that kind of fun?
Isn't that so the affiliate status feels like it actually happened really recently, I think, in my mental timeline of things. I'm
Some
like,
ways,
oh
yeah.
yeah, that was recent. Right? Yes, I think so. Because the channel when we created our own channel, I feel like that happened a little while ago. We've been in that world for a while. But then getting affiliate status felt kind of new, exciting, oh, we're professional in no actual meaning of the word.
That's how we're known.
But anyways, it's been a year. Crazy. We've been doing this for a long time.
And we're going to keep doing it. So now I know what you've been up to out in the westerly regions.
Yes. What have you been up to?
There's the question of, is there literally anything interesting that I can say on this stream? Sometimes folks get wrapped up in projects, and sometimes those projects are things that I can talk about on stream. And sometimes they're not. I will say I played a new Zelda game. That was fun. Is it new anymore? Not at all. It was new to me, though. It was the most recent one. Kind of new. I like a little bit of video game when I'm not doing my tabletop role playing games, folks. And this video game was my favorite franchise. I've thought about getting a Triforce tattoo. I never did it. I'm not a nerd.
Yeah, look at him right here on this tabletop role playing game stream. He's not a
Not a
nerd,
nerd.
clearly.
Cool guy.
I
But I
really
thought it was
like
neat.
I really like the different sorts of nerds that there are, because I fail at being a nerd in some like several key ways, right? Like I don't know anything about video games, and I know very little about like superheroes and comics, all which I think are quite disappointing to people.
Traditional nerd definitions,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or like geek. That's when you
Is
start to
that
get into the minutia of like, oh, well, what is nerd and what is
nerd
geek?
versus
And it no
geek?
longer really matters. I feel like I'll just say that. I don't think it matters anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's probably fair. That's probably fair. I think it's just like it's confusing because from the outside, I stream on Twitch and I play, role playing games. So people feel like they kind of know what kind of nerd I am, and then they try to relate to me on it, and I'm like, no, I'm not that kind of nerd actually.
However, now would be a great opportunity to be the kind of nerd who greets our rating party of 32 from our dear friend Amanda. Hello, everyone, joining us from Amanda's stream. If you were dozing off and didn't realize what was happening, I'll
Haha.
repeat it on Amanda's behalf. Amanda will be joining us to play another session of the wonderful, brilliant storytelling game, City of Winter.
It's so good.
If it's your first time joining us, stick around. It's okay to jump in the story partway through. We're just gonna, we're gonna explore some weird little magical city stuff. We're gonna mourn Amanda's character death. And we're gonna jump back into a story that we have been waiting to dust off for darn near a month now.
It's true.
Critter Nation trying so hard to use those beautiful emojis that I'm sure are real.
Yeah, I don't know what happened for you there, but it did not work.
Sometimes all you can do is write the text of your emoji and just hope it turns into a pretty picture. What is a storybook, if not text, that you hope turns into a pretty picture when it arrives in another person's brain?
In some person's mind. That's a really good point.
I did have fun the other day. I was talking with a friend about aphantasia. I was
Ooh,
talking
so
about the
my
idea of
favorite
what you can
questions.
picture, what you can't.
Yeah.
And she launches in to this description of a house that she's gone to. And in her mind, she's describing she's nailing every little piece of description about it. And in our mind, we're listening to her go, and the kitchen it was industrial, but not industrial. What the appliances were not new, but they were very, I'm not sure how to say it, but it was very like industrial, but not. And so I had the best time ever listening to a series of descriptions that really told me almost nothing, but the enthusiasm with which they were spoken was all I needed. Um, Critter Nation asks, what more intrigued on what kind of nerd you were saying you were not. Anthony doesn't know anything about the traditional nerd fare, your comic books, your video games.
I mean, like, I know a lot about D&D, so I think that's pretty like in the
Sure,
middle of nerddom.
a classic, a
Yeah, and
classic.
I love me some board games. That's a
What
classic
about
nerd fact.
what about those like the major franchises that were so popular to a very specific set of people? Your Star
Yeah,
Wars and your Star Treks and your Lord of the Rings type deal.
I'm a pretty good Star Wars and Lord of the Rings fan, so I think I fit into those. Like, I make enough references to them that my poor partner, who has not seen most of either of them, does struggle at times. I just feel like that's common knowledge, but it's not. So I'm pretty good in that
I mean, it
sense.
is common.
It's
I would
common,
say it's common knowledge.
but it's not universal knowledge, and we must be
That's
accepting
true.
of this.
Like a
Uh,
pentagon.
yeah, Critter Nation. I still know video games and maybe like comic books and superheroes. Something I think that's kind of the right direction. And then like I think there's like a certain sort of like nerd TV show that like it helps to be up to date on in modern nerd culture. What do I mean by that?
Couldn't tell you. Not my area of expertise.
Okay, actually, I think I have a lot of friends who read fantasy like series, and I haven't read any of them, so I feel behind on that as
I think
well.
there is a level of like stratification of media now, though. It's no longer a common culture because there's just so many different things that you could be watching, things that you could be interested in. There's a diversification of interest, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, shout out to Mikey. Hello, Mikey on YouTube. We are
Hey,
well. I would say we're well. I don't know. Are you well?
welcome in. Rapala, nice to see you too. Very
Yeah,
exciting. I was gonna say
nice.
earlier, wait a minute, it's Rapala. I adore you because that's how you greeted us very kindly.
There you go.
Uh,
Just double checking. There's not like an Amanda
ooh,
pop-up notification in our little Zoom situation,
great
is there?
question. There is not. Thank you.
Okay, great.
But
I just
I'll.
try to be the kind of guy who looks out for the person who's nominally supposed to be joining us and may or may not be waiting in a lobby with elevator music playing in the background.
It's a really fun prank that we do to Amanda quite often, where she, ends her stream and sends her viewers over here to come join us in a second, and then we don't let her in, and we just have our
We
own
we
private
don't like
stream,
the ladder stays at the treehouse top. We don't like let it down.
and we just run off with all the viewers.
Well, I mean that metaphor gets a little bit messy, doesn't it? If you run off with the viewers from your treehouse, like, aren't you falling down? You can only be up in the canopy so
Yeah,
long.
we have tree walk. We're running across the branches of the trees.
Right, a series of elaborate sort of bridges.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful society living in this canopy above the boughs.
Correct.
I understand.
Yes.
Everyone knew what we were talking about when we said it.
Kurt, if you could choose one type of nerd, and you can construe this as broadly as you would like, that you suddenly could sort of have all the knowledge, experiences of, taste of, what would you choose?
Ooh, I don't know. I kind of think it's fun to not know things sometimes.
Okay, I love this. I love this point of view. This is great.
Well, because I don't know. There's like certain ways that I don't always fit in neatly with like social expectations, but rarely does it have to do with that particular niche.
Okay.
For example, I can't really speak on sports very well. And I think there's a lot of crossover between like the kind of adoration and fan worship that happens in sports arena and what happens in the, you know, uh, fan arena for science fiction or fantasy properties, comic books, movies of dorkier variety, you know?
Yeah.
I guess it might be fun to know more about what's going on in indie comics so that I could read the cream of the crop, but I wouldn't want to know the plot lines because then I wouldn't be able to discover them on my own,
I
right?
see. I see. I see.
So,
Hmm.
I mean, what's the point then? Rapala chimes in with Amanda's doing a short and then she'll be here. Thanks,
Whoa,
Rapala, who knows more about our co-host's activities right now than
this
we
is
do.
great. I also love
That's what we call a pro move.
Amanda does her own pranks of us sometimes. So she's like, haha, I'm going to come stream with you guys. Actually, I'm going to make other content.
Just gonna make some content first. Actually, this doesn't happen very often.
No.
Usually Amanda just has to like try and desperately do human things in between her elaborate series of all day commitments to various audiences.
When will,
When will we run
a
a Bond
Bond RPG?
RPG?
Actually, I think one of our goals for this year was to do it was a noir, I think, themed RPG. Not quite the same, but feels related to me in my head. Ginger Bush, Wiley, Femme Fatale. Is Ginger Bush her name?
Well, it's a Bond girl
Is
play,
it?
right? Because like all no, not it's
Oh,
not unknown
not a
Bond
known
girl, but
one, but
all Bond girls have names that are like really uncomfortably sexualizing the
right,
character. Not
correct.
all of them, but like an uncomfortably large amount,
Huh.
right?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Um,
I forgot about this.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
a trope.
Right. Let's like get a list of Bond girls.
I don't even know if I want to read those out on air because some
Yeah,
of
I'm
them are
not sure.
like,
I'm not sure if I
what do
do
you
either.
mean? What do you mean? There's one that's literally a diminutive name for a cat, galore.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of actually.
Well, there are
Uh,
more.
Lavender Peacock. That seems fine.
Sure.
There is Elizabeth Easy St. John. Seems
Easy.
seems disrespectful.
Are you just going through a list of Bond characters and going, I don't like how you write women?
Yeah. Okay. In 2018 and Forever and a Day, there's Joanne 16 Brochette. Why? What does the 16 mean? Actually, I think they're kind of fine. Besides from the one you've already mentioned. Oh, we have Maiden
No, well,
Stone.
Critter Nation brings up the other one that I elected not to mention, which uses the same
Oh,
diminutive name for a
yeah,
cat.
right. Okay, yeah, good. Is Felicity willing a is this supposed to be a euphemism of some sort?
I mean, probably. I haven't watched the Bond films. At one point, good friends of mine were watching through the whole set,
Uh-huh.
and I was fascinated by this attempt because I feel like
That's kind of
that's
wild. There's a
not
lot.
something that I hear about very often, right?
Yeah.
Um, People
Well,
going
very
through
fun.
all the Bond films and watching them. It's like if somebody told me they were going to go through and watch like all the archives of, I don't know, like a soap opera. I'd be like, what do you mean? That's going to take you a million years. And are you even going to find anything good in there?
I hear people do it with Doctor Who though, which is kind of the same vibe. There's so much Doctor Who,
Yeah,
and people
yes.
do try to do the whole thing, which is I think quite heroic, really. I don't think I would want to. Hey, Marvel Man, nice
Hey,
to see
mom,
you.
man.
Welcome, welcome.
Mikey, I appreciate your contribution. I genuinely don't know if it's real or not. And that's really the state of things in Bondland.
Oh, sorry, Mikey. I can't see your chat right now. What did you say? Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It could be true.
You know, what's strange about the whole Bond girl name situation is that there are definitely more incendiary names that exist in real life, right?
Okay.
Um, and those, I mean, you'll talk to somebody whose name is Richard, but that's not what he goes by.
Hmm.
Or you'll talk to somebody who says that their last name is Coburn, but that's not how it's spelled. And you're like, how do you get away with this? It's your daily life. This is just what you have
Just
there all the
normal.
time.
Yeah,
That's just normal for you.
it's true. It's true, and they just live normal lives.
Yeah. Like I understand that my last name, which is pronounced Reffling, is evocative of the idea of using a catapult for a second time. You fling something once, you re-fling it. That's kind of weird, but at the same time, I mean, Rapala hits the nail on the head here. Dick Van Dyke, how's that? How you just rocking that
Yeah,
day to day?
good point. Two of those words we can giggle about.
Shoot, one of them we might even be concerned.
One of them we might not giggle
Depends on who said it.
about. Yeah, wait. I've never thought about this refling thing before. How embarrassing is this? I've known you for a very long time now. Uh, I've never thought about refling.
I mean, it doesn't come up that often. It's not how it's said, so you don't really
No.
have to think about it.
Huh. That's so fun. Have you ever used this to your advantage?
I was once given a cheeky little nickname from designer Jackson Tegu, who likes to give you his own special little nicknames when you join his Patreon, or used to. I don't know if that still happens. And then it involved, I think, maybe something adjacent to that. I can't really remember exactly
Interesting.
what Jackson had said, but like people rarely take the time to weirdly imagine other people's names. You just take it as a name and you're like, ah, yes, that's your name, because you can't think about it too much or you start getting into Bond girl territory. Like if I was like, ah, you're a clever Scotsman, just because you've got Canny in your name and
Yeah.
Mick,
Right.
you don't think about your name like that. You're not
No.
like, ah, yes, I am a clever little Scotsman.
No, I don't think I'm a Scotsman at all.
And yet,
Your name is the punchline of a story that involves a catapult service that you can pay money for, and then one particular, uh, customer hangs on too much to the catapult and doesn't get thrown very far, and has to ask to go again, and they are offered a curt refling because,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and
Okay,
that's
with
it.
that, let's invite Amanda into this channel.
Ah, it's because she's arrived.
She's arrived. Here we are.
Now,
We're in the wrong
Taylor in the
spots.
chat brings up an excellent point, which is that these people with their strange names only seem to lead normal lives. Who's to say if they're having real normal
We
lives
have no
or if
evidence.
we have no evidence? Perhaps all these knights and canny Scotsmans are out here with their little prefixes and they're leading strange little lives underneath it all. Which is to say, hello, Amanda.
Hello. What are we
Hello.
talking about? Are we talking about spies?
We're dissecting some names, but we are also talking about
Oh,
spies. We got on the topic through Bond girl names.
yes. was chat telling you my Bond girl name?
Of
Yeah.
course, chat was telling us your Bond girl name.
And I was shocked until I realized that that's how all blonde girls are named. Yeah.
They are all named that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Someone asked me like early on in a stream, like I had just started streaming, like, what would your Bond girl name be? And I was like, let's wait till we're like 15 minutes in and then I'll say it just to be safe. Because sometimes when you say things that sound like a Bond girl name and you're at the beginning of a stream on YouTube, it might get flagged. But once we're
Isn't
further
that
into
the
the
truth?
video, there's like a weird like restriction on in the first like 2 minutes you can't like say anything naughty. But then later on they're a little more lenient for some reason.
Well, we
Speaking
are
of the first
past-
2 minutes, we
We are.
I was just going to say, we are in our first 2 minutes of all three of us being here. So why don't I give a little hello to anybody who is just joining us from their skip forward in the VOD.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a live playthrough of City of Winter with your hosts at Lies You'll Enjoy, a tabletop role-playing game actual play show in which we tell you stories about people that don't exist, doing things that never happened in places that we only imagine to be. My name is Kurt, and I am one of the three players who will be leading this story today. I am a designer of role-playing games. I'm a lover of role-playing games. I'm a person who said enough words in a row that I'm going to pass this digitally clockwise to my friend.
My name is Anthony. I've been playing RPGs since I was but wee, and I've spent time as a professional author. I love telling stories. I love telling stories here. And there's one further host. She's right there.
Hi everyone. My name is Amanda. You might know me as Vamp. I am a streamer, YouTuber, actress, fan of tabletop RPG games, and yeah, I am currently a ghost in this game. So get ready to feel the touch of my ghostly presence. And that is yeah, that's basically me. Also, Kurt, when you said this is an actual play, I thought you were gonna say this is an actual play where we actually play. And I was like, that is true. We do that.
Unlike
That's
those
why they call
other
it that.
channels.
Not actually playing, are they? Those actual plays. But yeah, we're playing a really amazing game right now. Speaking of actually playing, called City of Winter, which we touched on a little bit. But what exactly is City of Winter? We thought we knew. And then we got to Act 2 of this game, and that's where we're at right now. Does anyone want to break down
Sure.
what we're doing?
Sure.
What episode is this? Episode 9.
This is episode
Wow.
9. Yeah. So
Wow.
we set out 9
Go back and
episodes
watch
ago.
the earlier episodes if you missed them over on YouTube.
I'm
We
Don't
have our
feel
VODs.
the need to navigate away if you're joining us for the first time.
No,
just
but
so
if
you
you're
know.
watching the replay and you're like, where's the rest? We got them on YouTube.
Close
so
this
you can check
tab
them out.
now. Close this tab. Go to
Run
Wikipedia.
away. No, we'll fill you in. We'll fill you in on what's been going on if you're new to stream.
Yeah. 9 episodes ago, we started playing City of Winter, a game where, at least at the beginning, we were a family that were sort of refugees from a sort of magical kind of apocalypse, illness, disaster called the Umbra. Is that right? Did I get that right? Yeah.
The Umbra.
Umbra. Thank you. I knew I got it wrong.
That's all right.
The Umbra, like a shadow. And for the first 7 episodes, we have been fleeing across the landscape as our characters get older, and we really play a family line, not just a single family. So we started as 3 characters, and as time passes, our characters age, and Kurt's character, who is an older woman, a sort of elder in our society, passed away fairly early on. And in the last 2 sessions, my character and then Amanda's characters have also died. All 3 of our original characters have died, but
dead.
They are dead. This is a big moment.
Crazy.
But as our characters pass away, we take on new characters as children that we embody, who are now sort of the next generation of this family. And so several episodes ago, my first character, Saffron, and Amanda's character, Stone, adopted Kurt's character, Apricot, who was just a girl at the time, and invited her into our family. And now we have made our way across the entire map. Amanda and I thought the game was going to be over. Turns out there's a whole new board that we didn't even see coming with a million new locations that happen in the City of Winter. So we can spend a whole bunch more
Including
time.
the moon. Including the moon.
Yeah.
We could go to the moon.
And we can
Just
go
so
to
you
like
know.
several places on the moon, just to be clear. There's
Yeah,
like
the
this
moon's a
moon
whole
to explore.
once you get to the moon, it's like a whole other world up there. It's crazy.
Correct. So we're now in the City of Winter. We've made it, which means we are safe from the Umbra. And at this moment in the story, we have made it to a neighborhood called the Holy Well, a place that is rumored that the gods, the ancestors abide. And here, Kurt's character Apricot, who is now a mother herself, has her own family, has come and is mourning the passing of Amanda's character Stone, and is trying to raise her daughter, Acorn, who is now played by me. And we are sort of halfway through our time here at the Holy Well. And Amanda, whose character has just passed on, is going to be playing kind of the memory, the ghost of her character in this session. Setting scenes where the memories of Stone sort of return to us as we process her passing. I think that's everything you need to know. Did I do okay? Am I missing anything?
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
I think that'll do it.
Stone has a son named Blue that might still be a character, and there's some other like characters that are on the fringe, but that's the main through line of what's going on.
Yeah, as we meet
Yeah.
characters, we'll make sure to introduce them
Fill
because
you in.
probably we've forgotten things about them too. But
It's
with
been
the
a few
power of
weeks.
3 of us,
Yeah. When did we play last?
it was 1 month and like plus or minus 3 days essentially.
Oh, wow. Okay, so if we forget anything, then you don't have to worry because we honestly might forget some things. Do you guys want me to read out any of the notes that I wrote down from the last session?
I don't
Because I did
think
read
we
some.
need to read them out.
Okay, all right, but if you want to
I
see
don't
them,
think-
there's some there
Okay,
if
cool.
we need. I'm just reviewing right now because I was like, what did we do last time?
Do we want more intro to people's characters? Does it help even
Sure.
just like inhabit your character? If you want to talk a little bit about them and where they are, is that useful?
Yeah, I think that's useful. I think that's also useful for anyone that might be new watching. So, who would like to start off?
Why don't you just start off, Amanda? You're dead.
Okay. I'm dead. Hi, I'm stoned. I'm dead. I made it all the way across the map to the City of Winter, and then it got flipped and my mind was blown, and I realized that I was probably going to now have made it all the way here only for my life to shortly end, and it ended on the first turn that it could. So there it is. Stone is essentially was kind of being raised to be the leader of her people. She is, oh, I gotta flip the table. How do I take myself to the City of Winter again?
In the
At
bottom,
the bottom left corner of the
Oh.
interface.
Yes, thank you. And then change the city map. Amazing.
What is she talking
so yeah,
about? She's talking about this. Take a look.
talking about this. Take a look at all this. Look at this sick map. Also, did we mention this game is played on a real life scroll? Because it is, and it is cool. In case you were
It is
wondering.
cool.
But not by us. This is a fake life scroll.
We
It's
only
a
think
fake life
one,
scroll, yeah. If we were all in the same place and not in various corners of the world doing important research, because that is what we're doing as we try to save the world,
Various
because we're
corners
also
of the
spies in our spare time, then we would play on a scroll. But alas, Stone, her pronouns were she, they, and she was I mean, so many things. I was Rise Heir when I was Stone, who wanted to raise me up to become like one of the new elders of my people. Of course, we had to flee, but Stone kind of took on that role throughout her life. Her dad, Saffron, in the end, she kind of became the caretaker of Saffron, and they were close on this entire journey. And Stone also had a best friend who was named Zephyr, who's still potentially around. We don't know what happened to Zephyr. She has the likeness of her mom, Sweetgrass, who's a presence that's kind of been felt throughout our story, despite not being around, died right at the beginning of the story. And Stone also had various paramours throughout her life, was the beloved of Gust, but also had a sort of lover who was on a sky ship. She was a very rebellious kind of character who hid a lot of her emotions, but deep down, when she was needed, she was there for the people that needed her the most. And although I think she never really wanted to fill the role she was raised to fill, she saw the importance in that. So she put some of her own ambitions sort of on hold to do what was required of her. So that was Stone. She was pretty cool, and now she's dead. So yeah. Sorry, I feel like I talked forever, but that's it.
And you ended with the proper sanctity. We appreciate that. So yeah.
So yeah.
Let's go by descending age order. Thank you, Amanda.
Okay.
That brings us to Kurt's Apricot.
Apricot was raised by a small family which included both Stone and their late father, Saffron, who is also now passed. She spent most of her life on the slow trek to the City of Winter, having escaped past in a cloud citadel. She was abandoned by her birth mother, who was also named Stone.
Yes.
And now she spends her days, having made a little bit of scratch in Glowtown nearby, raising her child, her daughter, in the Holy Well, which felt like a safer place to really start a family, to put roots into the City of Winter. And as a first of this family, she has been here long enough to learn some things about the city. The others passed too soon.
Lovely. And I have the utmost pleasure of playing a new character, Acorn, as of only just been born in the game. Acorn uses she, they pronouns. She's just a young child, but she's grown up in the Holy Well. And the first time we met her, she had gone to these sort of contemplative caves in order to try to receive something, to sort something out. Having noticed that her mother sort of always seemed heavy, burdened by the world, Acorn wants to help. And maybe because Acorn has grown up in the Holy Well, a place that is, steeped richly in mysticism, in the mystical arts and mysteries itself, she has these dreams. She has these images, these visions of Stone's life, mostly, that she relives. And she's not sure why, but she's trying to, it seems, use them to comfort her mother in some way. She has a teacher, Olive, who has taught her, and she sees as a guide through this place. But Acorn is very curious, very tuned into a part of the world that's unseen, and sort of trying to be wise beyond her years, if maybe not successfully, and take care of the people around her. Yeah, that's our characters. We should.
I feel like she is pretty wise beyond her years, based on what we saw in the last episode.
Yeah, but I like when people fuck up, so we'll see.
Who would like to begin?
The way this game works, if you haven't been here before, oops, that's the wrong screen. The way this game works is each of us will take turns setting a scene, and choosing one of the locations here at the Holy Well to set that scene.
And you guys could also move along, right? Because you have some city, or Apricot can, because Apricot has a city pick.
Correct.
So this won't mean as much to the folks at home, but on your turn in the City of Winter, you may do a scene at your current location, or any of the locations that you can reach by metro line or form of transportation in the city without switching lines. And in this case, that means scenes for my character at the Holy Well, at Glowtown, at the Dust, or at the Arcanum of Brass, or I suppose also at the drift. We've not seen most of these locations, but each of them has their own little scene prompts. And if you want to read the upside down one, this is something I am specifically saying for my colleagues here. You can rotate your viewing direction, I believe, with R, I think.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
I just held it and then I spun the entire, it was like, whoa, rotating like crazy. Okay, cool. Is it? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this part is all upside down.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, does everybody know where we are in this story at the moment?
Yes, but I will say before we begin that if anyone likes hearing people say, "Oh, yes," in a way that sounds kind of sexy, but isn't really too sexy to casually listen to, you should put on Kate Bush's The Sensual World, which is one of the most incredible albums and deeply overlooked in her discography.
Oh, yes.
It opens with The Sensual World, which honestly just a great time. Listen to Kate Bush.
Another great bush, as we were saying earlier.
I'm not going to tell her you said that.
Well, she has to understand the context. I don't think she'd be offended if she understood.
But
We were
what I
talking
was
about bushes previously.
asking was who
Yes.
wants to go first?
Have we been to When We See the Holy Ones before, guys?
I would say it doesn't matter, but no,
I don't think
I
we
don't
have.
think.
Okay, well, we're going.
Thanks, Rob.
And I would like my mother to come with me.
That's me.
It happens frequently here. Olive told me that the people in the Arcanium of Brass, they say that the magnetic fields of the moon push deeply down here into the holy well. And as it interacts with the atmosphere, it throws off flames and plumes of beautiful colors. Some of them come within meters of the ground, these plumes of electric energy. But Olive says the people in the Arcanium of Brass are too interested in explaining things. She says that's when the Holy Ones come down. You can speak to them there, if you're up late at night and you're willing to wait. Acorn's willing to wait and would desperately like to stay up late at night. Kurt, how has... I have to kind of tell what sort of scene I'm doing here. I should probably be clear about that. We're going to observe a tradition because that seems obvious that that's what we're doing here, which means that I need to engage you, Amanda. Will you be my tradition giver?
I would love
Would you like to get engaged?
I'd love to be engaged.
Are you proposing?
Yes.
Yes, I am proposing.
I accept your proposal to engage in this scene.
Could you please take one of these crane cards?
Sure. Also, I'm going to apologize if I seem a tad distracted. I am doing everything. And is this for me?
That's for you.
This one?
Yeah, you got
Okay,
it.
thank you. I am just also putting together the edit of a short that's very easy. So I can do this. And then Duck's going to finish
of
it.
Content at once right now.
Time. But I am focused on the thing because I have lots of time. So just doing it when I have a second to be like, I'll just do this. And what are we doing?
Cool.
Oh.
Kate Bush?
Yeah.
What?
No, I looked at the card. That was my reaction.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Cool.
Back to the scene. Here we are at the time of the year of specific moments when you can see the Holy Ones. Kurt, how has Acorn convinced Apricot to stay up late and watch the Holy Ones come down?
It didn't take much. The reason for that is that while Apricot has resolved to be more present, more able to support and not leave than her mother was, the frame of reference that Apricot has for a reasonable independence is very open. So if you want to go here and you want me to come, that's easy.
Cool. On the walk here, I think Acorn has been stifling yawns, trying not to let her sleepiness be observed. And we've been standing here on these sort of craggy rocks at the edge of the viewing field for some time, and the cold has seeped into our bones. There's other clusters, a couple of families nearby, not close enough to hear what they're saying, but close enough to not feel alone in the darkness. In the distance, I think we see a plume of green light just sort of shoot out. It seems to come from the ground and sort of reach up into the sky. And some of the families nearby sort of like yelp and wail. And Acorn holds your hand tight.
It's all right. But don't yawn at the moon, little one. She will think you mock her craters.
No, I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
Shh. It's okay. I'm just teasing.
Olive says they come close. The lights.
Olive is wise. But no matter how close light falls to you, it's only light.
Well, not these ones, Mama, not these ones. Olive says these are the holy ones. This is how they come. This is how they speak to you. Their fingers reach the sky.
Until you're spoken to, you needn't worry. What is there to worry of until you hear things? And even then, not all things are things to worry about. So
I don't
listen.
understand.
That's all right. You're small. And you're trying to understand. I think that's more important than understanding, at least at first.
Don't you want to talk to them, though? I don't want to just listen. I want to ask them things.
It might be good if we sit with others, because this is my first time here too. Would you be comfortable with that?
Yes, no, that's smart. Good idea, Mama.
Thank you, little one. And so she takes your hand and you walk over to who?
You walk over, I think, to see a group of people that are gathered up on maybe like a little like hillside, and they seem to be sitting together in a circle. Their heads are low, and whenever lights shoot up, all of their heads in one motion raise, and you can hear these hushed whispers coming from them. As soon as the lights are gone, they look around and they put their heads back down to meditate. And as right now there are no lights that are up in the sky, their heads are lowered. Do you approach them?
Interesting question. I think Apricot would let Acorn decide if this was a group to be watched or a group to be asked.
They seem busy. What do you think they're seeing behind their closed eyes? And Acorn closes her eyes too.
What do you see, little seed?
I don't know why there's so many stars in here too. Not just up there.
At that moment, another light shoots up into the sky. This one is a violet color.
Whoa.
And it explodes into 4 different smaller lights that are pink that shimmer down. One falls right into the center of the circle.
They caught one, Mama.
Then they must have been ready to.
Do the people do anything, Amanda?
They open their eyes. they begin to talk, but their voices are very low. You can see them leaning into this little spark that's in the center there, but it's hard to see exactly what it is. There's so many shadows, and there's probably about 8 of them that are in this circle, and they're speaking very quietly. So you probably have to get closer to hear them.
Acorn's hand weasels out of Apricot's, and she starts to edge forward to this group.
As you edge forward, one of them begins to notice you. And reluctantly, this young woman who is, yeah, she's pretty young. I would say she's probably like teenage years, somewhere around there. She looks frantically kind of at you, Acorn, and then back at what's going on in the center of the circle, kind of trying to decide what to engage with. Oh, 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 uh, hello. Hi. Psst. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I in trouble?
Huh? No. No. You're not in trouble. Just, oh, what? Oh, really? No. Hello. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. And someone else in the circle, a boy that's sitting next to her, like kind of punches her in the arm. Stop that. Are you watching, or what are we doing? Because we have to make the choice together. Oh, yeah, sorry. Hi. Okay, well, what are we gonna ask?
We can ask it something?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You can ask one question. We have to ask together though, and if we're not focused, the spark dims a little. Oh, shoot. Yes. Sorry. We all have to be coordinated. So, you ask a question. Here, do you have a question? What are we gonna ask? I don't know. I haven't thought of that. I didn't think we'd catch anything. Hey, you. What's your name?
An acorn.
Acorn, do you have a question?
Um, and she leans in close to this woman's ear. Why do people die?
Whoa.
If you don't like it, I,
Whoa, what do you guys think? And this girl who has um she's wearing these really thick glasses, and she has like a very like these very small features on kind of a really broad face. But these really big glasses. So like think little features, big face, big glasses. Um, and her hair is down in these 3 braids, 2 at her side and 1 down her back. She is just completely starstruck. She adjusts her glasses on her face. Why do people die? What do you think? The whole circle falls silent. And then the spark that's in the center, it grows brighter. She reaches out her hand, this girl, with her glasses to extend to you.
I grab it softly.
She pulls you into the circle. And now you're sat between her and the boy next to her who's punching her arm.
I think Stone's. Oh, sorry. What's my character's name? Acorn.
Acorn.
It's just like she's just little and she's on her knees and she almost takes up 0 space at all, squished between
Yeah.
the people.
So as you join the circle, you get this feeling. It's like a little bit staticky at first, but then in the back of your mind, everything feels like it becomes clear. And you can hear the question that you asked resonating, echoing. And it's hard to tell, are you thinking this or is someone else thinking this? And everyone lowers their head. You watch as the spark grows brighter, everyone's eyes locked on it, until it becomes something else. it's not really a spark anymore. It's like a shimmering piece of glass dancing across the grass and the gravel on the ground between you, this way and that. It looks like a shape that's almost like a star, but there's too many points to it, and it spins. And when it spins, it's hard to even tell if it's a physical object. You could reach out and grab it, it looks like, but as it moves deftly around, it almost becomes a blur of light, a blur of glass, a blur of metal. It looks like a piece of cloth. It looks like a bird. It looks like a feather, something dancing on the wind, the taste of something at the back of your throat. It's sweet. It's sickly sweet. And you get this feeling like if you swallow right now, you would throw up. Like there's something that you can't quite put into words, but it's this feeling that there is so much that is overpowering. This feeling that if you were to just keep going on, it would be unbearable.
Acorn leans
And
into the
then,
woman beside her. I don't feel good.
me neither. This happens sometimes. It's answering the question. They don't always answer. Ugh. And the spark grows brighter, and there's a glow that emanates out, sort of catching all of you. And then you feel a wave of relief as the light takes all of you in. What is Apricot doing right now? Is Apricot doing anything?
I think that doesn't really matter for this.
Okay.
Apricot is close enough that for narrative purposes, she can be there if she needs to be. But she's not here because she wants answers. She's
Right.
here because she was asked to be.
Right. So would you say that Apricot is standing like distance away, or are you like right up near the circle? Like just where are you relative to
Let's say a
what's
few arms,
happening?
close enough that if something were to happen,
You could
she could
grab.
reach it quickly.
Okay. Okay. So maybe like a couple steps away.
Sure.
Okay. So I don't think the light really reaches you then, but Acorn, when the light washes over you, you feel that sense of relief. It's like a calm. It's like there's nothing. But because there was so much going on a moment ago, you feel this sense of relief. And as you let out a sigh, the rest of the group lets out a sigh at the exact same time with you. And then you blink and the light is gone. Like you just closed your eyes for a split second and it's disappeared. Everyone's looking around them.
I think there's probably like a titter of like energy in the group in this like aftermath
Yeah.
moment. And
Yeah.
Acorn shifts on her knees and grabs this girl's knee. Can I ask you a question?
Uh, yeah. Yeah, of course. That was amazing, by the way. Wow. I never thought that we would never see that. It takes a long time usually. And I mean, we just started coming here like this year, so that was really yeah, what do you want to know?
Did it answer?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the answer.
Oh,
Like, did you feel anything? Usually you feel something. Like you guys felt that, right? And everyone nods. Yeah, they felt it. It was like I was choking or something, or like I don't know. It was like um and there's someone else at the other side of the circle who's older, who quietly just says, this guy with like dark, long hair and sort of baggier clothes, like clothes that don't quite fit. It was too much. It was like I was drowning. But I liked it. Is that what life is?
I think I might have asked the wrong question. Acorn whispers to the girl. Thank you.
No, I don't think you did. Hmm.
I didn't mean to make everyone sick.
I think that's the answer to the question, though, isn't it? Says the boy across the circle from you. Isn't maybe it's that life is hard, so sometimes we have to go. It doesn't mean you want to stop. But when you do, it's something that needs to be done, I guess.
There's a word that forms in your mind, whether or not you know it, whether or not you know what it means, it just sort of comes unbidden. Mercy.
I want to go now.
Wait, you can't go yet.
Why?
I mean, we can't break the circle. Oh, yeah, no, it's okay.
But I don't want to be here.
Acorn, right? Yeah, no, I know. I understand. It's just there's something that we have to do. If we break the circle early, um, it's not good, especially if you actually get an answer.
What do we
It
have
can
to
be
do?
really, oh, it's really easy. Everyone has to just take one of these, and she hands you a little golden bell.
Take it gingerly. Look over my shoulder at Apricot.
Yeah, so you just take the bell, and we all have one. Does everyone have theirs with them? One person at the circle brings out two bells, and in both hands takes them and shakes them gingerly. And everyone starts to take their bell and shake it so that you hear this little ringing from the circle. Yeah, great. Okay. And that's pretty much it.
Okay,
Oh,
bye.
okay. Bye.
I run to Apricot.
Acorn. And as you run to Apricot, the sun is just cresting at the hill.
As the warm golden rays of sunlight just sort of bathe Apricot's face, but haven't quite made it towards the point of the ground that Acorn is. Acorn looks up at you. Take me home, Mama. I'm tired.
That's what I'm here to do.
That's the scene.
And the card was, we ring the dawn bell.
Ho ho! Good card. That was sick.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that one.
Good, like, just good storytelling there.
It all worked out nicely.
It was pretty good. I really liked your question. That was really cool. It's like, woo, how do I answer that question? Cool.
Cool. Okay, by digital clockwise, that makes it Amanda's turn.
My turn. Okay. So I move one of you.
So Amanda's got a weird turn where she has to bring one of us someplace and then invoke memories of stone. That's what she has to do in her little ghost phase.
Yeah.
And then she shall pass along a card as a memory.
Did we go to the sunken reliquary yet?
Is that... No, I don't remember.
I know that we've alluded to it before. It's essentially a
Oh,
That's the place where we were doing the stone polishing last time.
was it?
Yep.
Wait, what did we think you alluded to it, Kurt?
well, I was just going to say, I think maybe some of us weren't familiar with the word,
That's
and a
true.
reliquary is like a collection of artifacts of a sort.
Yeah. I thought we were in
Yeah.
the floating
So,
monastery when we were doing the stone polishing. 'Cause
I
we went with
think we
Olive.
were,
oh,
but I'm not sure whether or not we've been here. It doesn't matter. If we
that's
establish
just
something new, we
what I
establish a new
wrote
element of it.
in the notes, but
Oh,
maybe I'm
okay.
wrong.
Yeah, you might not be.
Yeah, I might be wrong.
Um,
Now, irrespective of that, feel free to lead us in whatever direction you want with this.
yeah, that's true because it could be a big place. There could be lots of different areas of it. So whether or not there are polished stones could be moot at this point in time.
Would also not be weird to have those polished stones at various places in the temple.
They could be. Okay. I think in the sunken reliquary, there is also an area of the various priests and priestesses who have been here before, who were leaders in this place in the Holy Well. And you have been asked. Oh, wait, I have to also do a thing. I keep forgetting that we also have like cards that we have to do stuff.
That's your main thing right now. Don't worry too much about the place.
I have to give you cards.
Correct.
Yes, this is
That's my only option.
Sorry? Yeah, that's your only option. Essentially, Stone's memories, Stone's traditions are being passed on. And that can be either because this place is reminding us of something that happened before, or there was an actual interaction with Stone here, or this is some memory or a dream. Somehow this is passed along.
Okay. So I know what I'm gonna do, but I also have no idea what I'm gonna do. So that's fine. We'll just figure it out as we go. You've been called here to make masks, as people have heard that was a craft that you once studied for some of the current priests and priestesses. And you've been asked to come to the sunken reliquary and kind of see what the fashions have been in the past and try to use that for inspiration for what you will be making that will be new. Because the people that are leading in the Holy Well are looking to add something that will both acknowledge the history of the place and the people that have come before, while also bringing something fresh and updated as the times continue to move forward. So you've been tasked with essentially going there to do some research, come up with some concepts of what you want to create.
In the reliquary, we see Apricot moving from relief to relief, from a statue to a statue to a piece of carefully preserved clothing, looking carefully at the little symbols, patterns, what motifs are there, what are they evoking, what does this tie to in the culture of this place. And as she's flipping through this little sketchbook, she pauses as she passes across a page. Stone, just before her passing, lovingly rendered in charcoal, and she swallows and keeps turning pages to a blank one. Jots down a couple notes and sketches out the pattern.
And I think as you sketch out a pattern, there is something that you notice that is familiar in what you're sketching. Do you have any ideas on what that might be or what it might be reminding you of?
I never met her, but she was spoken of often, and the tea that she evoked, it was always dear to my father. Here I see repeating almost like a geometric pattern, but an unmistakable silhouette. Sweetgrass. Little patches of sweetgrass all around the borders, carefully embroidered.
And as you start to trace that little pattern of sweetgrass that you've maybe subconsciously, maybe unintentionally created in this design, you feel a shiver run down your spine. There's a flash of something behind your eyes when you close them. Something dark, something lurking. And your arm, you lost your hand, right?
Yeah, I have a prosthetic arm.
Yeah. Your arm starts to burn. Where your arm was starts to burn.
If there is one here who means me ill, speak of it. I would not be approached from the shadows.
Hello? Oh, there's someone that comes into the area that you're in. It's one of the people that keeps the reliquary. They're just kind of a caretaker. There are always people stationed around here just to protect the various artifacts and the history. Uh, this person is a little older, probably a senior in their life, an old man, and he kind of shuffles over to you. Oh, um did I bother you? My apologies.
It's fine.
Oh,
But did you sense anything untoward here? I
mm,
felt, well, I'm not sure what I felt. Something.
oh, well, nope. Nothing that I would say that's untoward. Just polishing some of the plaques and some of these busts.
Have you been
It,
outside the City of Winter's walls?
well, me,
You.
yes. I mean, I made a trek once to come here. It was a long time ago, of course.
She leans in. Do you know the touch of the Umbra? The sight, the smell of it, the sweet rot, sting.
No, um, I should, uh, I should
I'm
get back
s-
to what I
uh,
was doing. And he quickly disconnects from you and shuffles away. His eyes are downcast as he hurries away from you.
damn,
He's clearly been spooked.
losing my mind down here. Mother, why do I think of you now? She flips open the book again, this time to look, really look at that picture of Stone.
that scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
What card are you giving me?
unless you are asking me like what you see when you look at the picture, and then I can answer that for you if you want to know.
What card are you giving me?
Well, I'm giving you. Let me zoom out here a little bit.
I felt like you knew, Kurt. I felt like you were playing the scene as if you.
I feel like you knew. Herald of
I
the
didn't
Umbra.
know which one. Herald of the Umbra, folks.
Honestly, these other cards, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't remember what they are, so I'm trying to see if I can remember what we were doing.
It's okay.
Meaning can always be
I know
forged anew.
it can
You
change.
can give us new pieces of stone we haven't seen before. I started to.
That's true. That's true.
Kinda nice to do,
She's
actually.
dead but not gone. She's still present.
How many cards do you have in that hand over there? Is it 2?
She's got
or-
2. She's got
left.
2.
Okay, cool. You stop taking turns, right, when you're out of cards?
She does.
I don't think I can take any more turns
I
when
mean,
I'm
we
out.
got 2 turns left.
It's
Yeah.
true.
But before
And
that,
those first 2 turns were only an hour, so we're making a hell of a
great.
pace.
So if we have to do 6 more turns from now, get ready for 3 more hours. Kurt, it
Oh,
brings us to you.
goodness.
I think back at the Pilgrim's Hovel, I'm going to take Acorn into the scene.
I'm here.
You are here.
The Pilgrim's
This
Hovel
will
is where we
be
have our apartments, by the way, if you don't remember from a month ago.
this will be sharing a tradition.
Okay, great.
And in fact, I think I'm going to open our scene, but also just play the card right away. It's called Why We Braid Our Hair.
We braid our hair. Cool.
And it's a strange sensation.
Cute.
As your hair is braided, there's a sound that would never happen if anyone else was braiding your hair. One hand tucks gently, the other hand has a little click of gears, a little clack of metal meeting metal as the hair is taken and moved more stiffly into place, reliably, not painfully, but it's different, one hand than the other. Almost.
Can you not
And I think,
pull
yeah.
as much? Your human hand's too strong and too sticky.
Apricot laughs. Well, I wasn't expecting that. If you'd like to try, you're welcome to braid yourself this time.
Can I?
Of course. Do you remember how to do it?
Yeah, I've been practicing on Dottie, so I think I can do it.
Dottie?
I swear, I changed the name of my doll.
Oh,
Yeah, I
well,
didn't
that's
like.
not the first time, is it?
No, I just haven't found a good name yet, and Patty was not right, so I think Dottie is good because there's one of the old women at the like friend of Olive's, and her name is Dorothy, but they call her Dottie, and when she laughs, it sounds like a babbling brook. So I thought that was a good name for a doll.
Maybe you're right. But it's not my doll, so it's not my job to name. It was my job to name you, and that's why you're Acorn.
Why am I Acorn?
Well, now take your hair.
Mhm.
We do 3 strands.
Yeah.
Over and across, over and across.
I think it's
Why are you Acorn?
uh-huh.
This strand is for home, right here. Doesn't always have to be this home, but this is where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
So you make that the first one you do,
Okay.
because that's always where you start from.
You start at home. home for now.
This strand is from where you come from. Now that's different from everyone, and sometimes it started before you started. For me, some people tell me that I'm from the Riverlands. Some people say I'm from Cloud Citadel, and some people would say something different than that too. For you, let's just say outside the walls.
I'm from outside the walls?
In a sense. That's the second strand. It's where you come from.
Huh.
And the last strand is where you're going to.
Where's that?
Well, we can't know, little Acorn.
Oh.
When you plant a seed, and she's using her listen, be patient voice. When you plant a seed, you can't know what anything will be like around it by the time it's a tree. You plant the seed, and maybe you can watch, but it grows and grows, and things change around it. You'll never know where that tree has grown by the time it's grown up, because the tree might not move, but everything changes. When we take the place we're going and braid it in our hair, we say, we marry where we are now, where we were before, and where we're going to.
Where we're going. Yeah.
Sweet seed, that's why you're Acorn.
Will I be really old like a tree?
I hope so.
Will I be really tall like a tree?
So tall. So very tall. And she's got a bit of a grin, because I think Apricot is not a tall woman.
Acorn's like made it a couple more strands down the braid, and it is like uneven and loopy and very loose. But she's made it down near the kind of the end of her hair strands, and she looks at you. I've done it. What do you think?
I think it's good. But if your human hands were a little stronger and a little bit stickier, maybe it would be a little tighter.
Yeah. Or if I had cool metal hands like you. Will you do it just one more time? So I can learn better?
I'll do it whenever you ask me, little seed.
Okay. And as
And
you
she
braid,
braids.
Acorn softly chants, "Where's home? Where I'm from? Where I'm going?" As each strand is folded into one another.
And that's our scene.
Cute.
Cute indeed.
It's a cutie.
Let me take that card.
Oh my gosh, nothing better happened to you guys. I'm gonna be really sad.
It's gonna. Well, it depends how long
I
it's left.
know. Well, maybe not. What if we get to where we're going?
Do I have to be in all my own scenes?
Uh,
I think you do.
yes, I
Yeah,
think.
that's
Yeah.
okay, that's okay, yeah. I have ideas for other people.
That's so Anthony of you. I have ideas for other characters that are not my character.
Please let me
It's funny.
DM.
We don't often play games where we have like, this is your character, don't touch the other
Characters,
ones.
Yeah. Yeah, we do play a lot of games where our characters are very like fluid. Like anyone can kind of be anyone.
Pause.
Oh my goodness.
Let's say hello to our lovely new party of 54. Hello,
Whoa.
friends of Ashley Tea Cozy.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hi,
Welcome in.
Locke.
T-Ray,
in.
don't forget to hydrate. Don't mind if I do.
Locke,
Tea
did you
Ray.
bring a bunch of lovely friends?
I think Locke may have. Ashley, hi.
Hi,
How
Ashley.
are you? How was your stream? What were you doing? Also, to those of you that are new, welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome.
Hello, Sunny Steph. This is a tabletop RPG stream that we do every week. I'm Amanda or Vamp, and below me is Kurt, and to my side is Anthony. and we are playing a lovely game called City of Winter, which is our 9th episode. My character died, and now I'm kind of haunting everyone.
In
And
a
I only
nice
have
way.
2 cards left in a nice way, yeah. In a nice and sad way. And this is all a game that's kind of about like generations and how we change as people and what you take forward from people and how traditions pass down. And so we've been on this pilgrimage trying to escape this sort of evil that was after us called the Umbra, this presence that was taking over. And we made it all the way to City of Winter. And we thought, oh, that's the end of the game. And then nope, there's a whole other side of the board, and we're in the City of Winter, and so that's where we're at right now.
So we're playing a bittersweet
Uh,
little game,
yeah.
remembering things that didn't happen without you here, but things that happened in a past we're
Ooh,
creating as we go forward,
We're
building a
making
bridge
out.
in front and behind us.
Ashley.
I should just call out. I quickly checked the bio of our kind visitor, and
Ah, yes.
there's nothing that I love more than a little bit of Legend of Zelda and a little bit of tea. So truly,
Yes.
what a blessed visit we have today.
Let
Thank
us
you,
give a shout
anyone
out to
joining us.
Ashley. Yeah, Ashley is amazing. If you guys are not aware of Ashley's streams, I highly recommend checking her out. She also does, I know people in my community that are watching with us also like when we do some streams where we do some co-working, and Ashley's also done co-working streams before, and they're
Cool.
so good. I'm so productive. And Ashley's vibes are like super cute, super cozy. Ashley is amazing. So yeah, thank you so much for the raid. And I love that you're like, I'm playing, first of all, playing Pokopia. Bless.
Right.
Yes, we love to see it. It's so good. I'm obsessed with Pokopia. I need to get back.
I didn't know
I
you
need to check
had a
out your
Switch
Pokopia
too.
stream.
I'm going to get way off track if I start
I
talking about
Oh,
do.
Pokopia.
I do have a Switch too. Yeah. I did not get it just for Pokopia, but thank goodness I have one because then when they were like, "Oh, we're only doing Pokopia on Switch 2," I was like, "Thank God I have this." Otherwise, I would have had to maybe buy it. Yeah, bless Pokopia. It's so good. And I love that you were saying that you're watching Critical Role lately because girl, me too. I'm on
true.
episode 27 of
Of
campaign
which
2.
campaign
Campaign
two?
2.
That's my favorite.
hmm
That's my favorite
Oh
one.
man, it's so good. And I know people were saying I need to go back and watch episode 85 of campaign 1 because of what's going on in like Vox Machina right now. And I was talking about that recently in a video. So yes, I feel you. Well, thank you for bringing your folks. And if you also need to raid and fade, if you need to like step away or like take care of yourself, please do that.
Yeah, we get it.
But
It's a
thanks for
fun little
bringing us
rhyme.
in.
Yeah.
Raid and
That's
fade,
Let's put
yeah.
that in our back pocket.
I never heard
Raid
that
and
one
fade.
before. That's
And everyone
good.
follow Ashley in chat. Do it. If you're not already doing it, do it. And thank you everyone that came in on the raid with Ashley's community. We really appreciate you being here. We're
But I
just a
suppose if
little
you're here, we should
indie
probably be
RPG streamers.
entertaining you.
Yeah, we'll get back to
It's
the
our
game,
job.
but thank you so much for being here, everyone. And feel free to chat with us as we go through. And if you have any questions about the story, let us know in chat. We are here to answer your questions.
Do we want to do
Do we
a
have a
light speed summary or should we just
No,
soldier
let's
on?
just frame
I
your
think that's
scene.
good. I
Right.
feel like we got a sense for like where we're at.
Okay.
I will say my character that died is one of the like I was like a kid when everything started and then like I grew older and then I passed away
We
like
saw our
after
whole
this.
life.
Yeah, so all of our original characters that we started with are all gone now. So Kurt and Anthony are on their second characters and I'm about to be on my second character probably next time. So yeah, pretty crazy. This
For
game is
sure.
wild. It's really cool.
Okay, so it's my turn to set a scene. Come on over and take a look at our board here. This is the board that we're playing on. We are in the Holy Well. Those are our various locations we can go to. And this is what the map looks like. This is our city that we're in. A whole bunch of different neighborhoods and regions, and we are right here.
This is my
Um,
token, but it doesn't exist on the board because I'm a ghost. So,
we can't see that. We don't care.
ooh.
But this is my token, and I'm going to come over to the floating monastery. And I, like I did last time, I'm going to bring Kurt's token for Apricot along with me. We are going to the floating monastery. This is one more of these witness or tradition scenes. So I am going to grab one of these cards here. I'm going to grab this little fox card. And Amanda, one more time, I'm going to ask you to be the people here. In fact, I'm
Okay.
going to ask you to be Olive, and I hope this works out. I have no idea what this card is.
Oh, you're gonna
but-
ask me to be Olive.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, yeah.
sure.
If that,
I think
Yeah,
I was
quite
Olive
briefly.
before, so
what's that?
I was just going to say quite
Yeah,
briefly,
please.
Apricot is the mother of Anthony's character, who's named Acorn. And Olive is Acorn's teacher in this kind of, it's called a holy well. It's a holy place of sorts that we're living in the city of Winter. So without further ado, Anthony, why don't you
Ooh.
frame us a scene?
Interesting card. Cool.
This scene started a half hour ago with a knock on the door of our cottage, our apartments in the Pilgrim's Hovel. A young man, a apprentice at the floating monastery, had come with a missive in the middle of the night. They were looking for Apricot. Olive desperately needed her and her expertise at the monastery. The only note you got was that the child wouldn't stop crying. Briar is out for work right now. That's Acorn's dad and Apricot's partner. So you have no choice but to bring Acorn with you as you trek across the well and make your way to the floating monastery, stepping up the wooden steps up into kind of the lofty embraces, the lofts of the monastery. And as you show up in the large, sort of like empty chamber that is sort of the center of the monastery, you see a woman at one side, sort of bouncing in front of the big glass windows, the moon so close, so large, shining through, and the sound of an infant's wails just filling this chamber like harmonics, like an opera singer, kind of echoing back at you from every direction. And I'm going to give you the character in 1 second, Amanda, but I have too many things to say.
No. Please. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I looked at the card and I don't know what I'm doing. So please, yes, please.
Great.
Yes, and please.
As you step in, Olive, the woman at the far end, she turns to you and she meets your eyes with like pleading and desperation in them as she like holds this child against her chest. Oh God, I'm so glad you're here.
Olive, I'm a mother, but I'm not a miracle worker. What do you need me for? Truly.
It's
Oh wait. Oh no, go ahead.
I just wanted to set up your scene just so that you can take over from
sorry.
there. I'll
Okay,
almost
right.
give it to you. Just 1 second. Olive, she like looks at you and she's like, it hasn't happened in many years, but the travelers, especially from the Arcanum and Glowtown, they used to drop off their children here when there was no home for them, nowhere to go. We found him in the morning, just a couple hours ago, and no one knows here what to do. I just thought of you. All yours, Amanda.
Because I was abandoned. Well, you're not wrong. I can't imagine there are many people twice orphaned here. Little seed,
Yeah?
if you need to, you may sleep. There's a smaller seed still that needs me, it
Mama?
seems. Yes.
Are you okay? You seem mad. Like when I've done something wrong.
You haven't done anything wrong. Someone did something wrong a long time ago that hurt me very much. And sometimes I can still feel it. Like sometimes I can still feel where my arm ends. It's an old hurt.
Okay.
Nothing you're doing, little seed.
Can I help? The baby
Maybe we'll
seems
find
really
out.
sad.
Olive?
Hmm? Yes, well, I was just thinking that I heard that Acorn was someone who was somewhat difficult, but that there was a point when Acorn settled down, and perhaps there is some sort of suggestion that you have, or perhaps Acorn remembers something.
Olive, please.
Yes.
I know you well enough to know when
I'm
you
sorry,
have something in mind.
I have not slept. Something in
If
mind. Something in mind, yes.
you see, I'm happy to help. This is an unexpected burden and an unexpected.
It is unexpected.
The word joy dies on her tongue. She can't see a way to shift this to be anything but something sad. But her eyes refocus and she looks back at Olive. I'm here to help, but I understand you. And I understand when you have a vision, what would you have me do?
I did see something. I saw. Well, Acorn, could you come here for a second?
Yes. Do you need me to hold them or um nurse them
No,
or
no. Just give me. Do you have anything on you? In your pockets, perhaps?
I brought Dottie. It's her doll that she holds up. And here's
Yes.
a coin that Daddy gave me.
Dottie. Dottie, yes, thank you. She looks at Dottie and she looks at Acorn. And she holds the doll to the side of her face for a second. Yes, I think this will work. She holds the doll out to the baby. And the baby calms down a little bit. Perhaps I will take that gold coin. Yes, could I have that as well?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Will
Thank
you
you.
give it back?
Perhaps. Um,
Apricot leans into Acorn and says, do not offer things you're not willing to part with, even for a moment, little seed.
But Daddy said it was worth actual money.
And it is.
Olive tucks the coin into the wrappings that this baby's bundled up in. This little blanket. And the baby grows silent. Apricot, do you happen to have anything in your pockets?
I do. I do. Apricot reaches into one pocket and pulls out that notebook that she had been using to chronicle the patterns in the sunken reliquary. And in the other pocket, she pulls out a few sprigs of tea, not sweetgrass, but something.
Oh,
She,
Olive reaches to take the tea from you. And as she grabs it, she holds it in her hand. She inhales deeply. And then she looks at the child in her arms. She sprinkles a little bit of the tea on their forehead. They sneeze. And then you watch as they fall asleep like that. Yes, I thought so.
I don't think you
you're
needed our help.
strange.
Why'd you make us walk all the way here? I was sleeping. Did you not have your own coins?
Shush!
Okay.
Shush. The baby is sleeping.
Sorry.
Would you like to hold him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will you be quiet?
I won't say anything.
And Olive will pass him gingerly off to you. She She shows you and instructs you sort of how to hold him, to cradle his head, keep him safe.
Like that.
Exactly like that.
He's
You
so
can
small.
relax. He's very small. Mhm. What would you name him?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not good at choosing names. I change them all the time. Mama?
I think perhaps it's best, as none of us called for this, perhaps it would be better if we let them name themselves. And they're old enough to know what a good name would be.
Sounds smart.
Hmm.
Okay, baby, no name. I'll come play
Don't
with
say
you.
that. Baby
Oh.
is enough.
Okay, sorry. Okay, baby. I'll come play with you. And when you're old enough, you have to give me my coin back because that's mine and not yours.
Baby. Hmm.
You've shared the tradition, Amanda?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This is the weirdest card I could have
Haha,
gotten
I
for
made
this
your life so hard.
situation. Yeah, Bounty of the Hunt, you know. That's what
Oh,
that scene was about.
interesting.
That's a weird card to get for this
Um,
one. Oops.
it's really weird, but I think, I mean, you can take it as you will. I have an idea of kind of what it means if you guys want to share my thoughts on what that was about, but you can take
Now,
it as
for
you
the
will.
record, if you find
I don't know
yourself
if
in
I
a
need to explain
pickle
it.
in the future, you're welcome to introduce the card before the end of a scene and sort of ask us to help you
Figure
play
it
into it.
together. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think it still works,
I do
but
think so, but I
yeah,
just meant if you were feeling the pressure on it, we're here.
I
Doesn't have
was,
to be a
I
shadow
was,
drop.
but then I asked you guys for, I asked you in the scene for what I needed, and you both said yes. So thank you for saying yes,
We're
because I
here.
think it still kind of works.
Now,
But yeah,
as
Bounty of the Hunts.
saying yes goes, we find ourselves at a turn in which you must give us a card and we must accept it. It is another turn in which we memorialize Stone.
And we're down to the two cards that Amanda does not remember what they were really in reference to. It's been so long. I still can't believe we've been playing this game since like February. That's wild.
Well,
It's been a minute.
That's
that's how
fine.
she goes.
So she goes. So, yeah, I'm gonna take. Hmm. Hmm. So you can go one pip,
Apricot can, yeah.
What?
apricot. Like you
Oh,
can
yeah.
travel around the city of Winter. You don't have to stay in the Holy Well.
apricot, yes. Yeah.
So you could go to the Drift
I could.
or
Or the Arcanium of Brass, or the
Arcane
Dust, or Glowtown. Those are the places.
the Dust. You can go to the Dust?
Yeah, it's just one stop
What?
away.
Wow.
The dust is down here.
I don't even think we've been there.
We
It
haven't.
We
looks
definitely have not. We've only been to Glowtown.
Ooh, I know where I want to move you. Oh, I read
Okay.
places and now I have an idea.
Sometimes, folks, your friends get ideas, and then off you go.
I'm gonna take you to. Oh wait, but what is the drift? Because I just want to read and see where we got over here.
Does it tell you stuff?
For those of you at
Whoa.
home, there's an interesting little wrinkle here, which is that half of the board is upside down. And so Amanda must rotate if she wants to read the drift, which is up in the sky.
Also, to anyone that might be new that hasn't heard us mention this yet, this is a game that in real life, if you were to play it together in person, you play it on a real scroll. So It's also like all a scroll that you would lay out on the table, which is super cool. Super cool. So imagine that. Imagine that.
That's right, Rob.
There's a
Rotate.
place. There's a place in the drift called In a House Made of Trash. I would just like to point that out.
All right, we're gonna go there
We're
someday.
not one day we should go. But today I'm going to take you to the observing tower in the Arcanium
Ooh.
of Brass. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
you go to the observing tower in the Arcanium of Brass to
To receive a card, and that card is this, and that is the scene.
You
yeah,
go there to
that's how it works.
receive a message.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
the one
Yeah.
that's just the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
flag signal to you from outside the walls. It's the only way to get messages out.
I think it's from the airships.
Oh,
You got it from the airships. The airships. We're going to make a delivery. You know that Stone was getting letters from outside of the city of Winter. But this is the first time that a shipment has come in since Stone has passed. These are very infrequent shipments, and you only heard about it because Blue let you know when it was coming in and put
Sure.
in a good word for you to be able to make contact. The places where the airships, where the letters end up, are always different. And you have actually been tasked with not just receiving letters for yourself, but for some others who are unable to access those things from the outside, things that people need, things that are from people's hometowns, correspondence from people outside of the city of Winter. It is notoriously difficult to hear anything outside of the city because it is so protected and because it is a place that is so far. And there is, I think, a shipment that you have been waiting on. It was something that Stone was trying to get for you. Do you know what that is, or would you like me to tell you what it is?
This was a memento from the towers. I think it's either some kind of herb that we would gather there, or maybe some scrap that I was hoping for a project I was working on. Stone said she could get it. I scoffed.
I think that it is actually a piece of the tower. It was a specific area that you had scavenged at one point, and there was some stonework that was part of the tower, but it was never something that you were able to take. And when we left, when Stone and Apricot and Saffron, rest in peace, left, it was something that you had wanted, but it was simply impossible. It was too heavy, too cumbersome to travel with. But now Stone claimed to you that she was able to get this piece. How that was being transported, as you said, you scoffed. You had no idea how that would be possible. So you've gone to the observing tower, to the place to wait. And I think perhaps you're kind of expecting nothing. Do you think? Like, you've never received one of these deliveries. You've heard about it. You've seen letters. You've seen remnants. But those are letters, right? That's really easy to move. So,
Yeah, we see Apricot. I'm crossing my arms and tapping my foot, uncertain what to expect or even how to expect it. Standing on top of this tower, I'm enclosed by a minaret of light. It's a sort of tapered dome shape that's almost like a force field because sands swirl at the arcanium of brass. And without this almost shield, almost force field, you would find sand whipping into your eyes. this high up off the ground, standing on this tower, waiting for a delivery that surely isn't even coming. She crosses her arms and glances again down at a note and up at the sky, too hard to see through the swirling sands.
And I think it's not something that you see, but it's something that you feel that makes you look up. There's a tapping on your arm, your shoulder, and
I spin around.
what you realize is I'm assuming the observing tower is partially open to the elements. Like the way that I picture this place, to clarify, is that there is certain equipment that you can use to kind of see through the sand that's on the opposite wall. It's kind of a
Yes.
big circular room, but
Yeah.
part of it is just like fully open so that the sand kind of wraps around the lip. There's like a little ceiling that comes out to kind of protect the sand from falling like directly in as much, but it does kind of occasionally whip in. And what has happened is as the sand whips in, you feel something heavier hit you. And when you look up, you see that it is a ladder that has struck at the backside of your arm. And you turn around and look up.
Apricot takes a deep breath, exhales, says, I'm not leaving on an airship.
You hear a sound. Uh, could you grab that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can grab that. And then with her mechanized arm, she seizes the ladder, and I think she sort of fastens it around a mooring point at the base of this echelon of the tower.
And there is a person that shimmies down the ladder. Hello. He shakes the sand out of his hair. I believe that these are for you. There's something about his eyes that seems familiar.
Hold.
Hmm?
You are not a nameless person making a delivery.
No, I do have a name.
You understand what I ask, don't you?
You want to know my name?
Am I speaking now to
presume.
Flutter?
You might be. And you also look familiar.
I'm Apricot. I was, in a way, Stone's child.
Stone's.
Not blue,
No.
but she raised me as well.
No, blue won't come.
And as he says that, this look of sadness, empathy, like there passes over. It's a complete change in Apricot's demeanor as she realizes that Flutter is not being seen by his children, they're not coming to see him. He's not coming to see him. I'm sorry.
No, it's of course. I mean, I was going to give this to your I was going to give this to Stone, of course. But
Well,
it was for you. So these are the letters that I don't have much time. I'm sorry. He takes off of his back there's a slate that he's carrying. It's literally looks like almost a stone tablet, except it's a little curved. And you recognize it as the stonework that you had always admired. It was an imagery. But there's something in the corner.
Apricot reaches a hand out, unbidden, and places it on his cheek. You don't have to leave. There's protection within the city. And
No,
your
do.
family, Flutter.
I have no family.
And it is not for me to say that you do. But I'm grateful for this. And her gaze turns to the stonework.
There's imagery of foxes playing in the snow, fire, and these stars shining down on everything. You can see a little constellation is very faintly etched into the stonework. And you remember being in the tower and tracing your fingers over that constellation every time you went past it.
Thought this stone had fallen to the Umbra years ago.
It was right where Stone said it would be. The exact number of floors, and I retraced the steps exactly.
She was there.
Mm.
The wind's picking up, Flutter.
Well, if you see Blue, just give him this. And Flutter hands a thick envelope to you with Blue's name scrawled on it. Stone's name scratched out. Goodbye. And he begins to climb, not really knowing what else to say. You watch him disappear into the sand. And then there's a tug on the ladder. Ah, hey.
And with a swift motion, she unties the knot that she fastened, and the ladder is off into the sky.
And in the corner, you notice something was added that you've never seen before on this sort of sizable
Stonework.
piece of stonework. Yeah. And it says, I'll always remember looking at the stars with you. And it's Stone's writing.
Yeah. I heft the tablet and make the long walk back down the tower. But of course, I think to myself, how much easier this walk is in a tower that is whole, with stairs that circle neatly around and around. Sand heard outside. What's my card?
Oath
Oath
of the
of the
Towers.
Towers. Okay. Over to me. Anthony, I don't think you picked up Bounty of the Hunt from earlier, and
did I leave
that's
it?
yours now.
That's
your
mine.
card.
Thank you.
It's your card, Mian.
What was the name
It's
of the
your
card
card,
that you
man.
just picked up?
Oath of the Towers.
Oath of the Towers. Cool. Okay. All right.
I know, right, Kate? This game is brutal.
Brings us to Kurt.
Uh, in spite of the fact that I have too many cards in my hand, I want to witness a tradition. I'm going to go to the Chamber of Truths.
Woo!
Anthony,
Whoa.
can you take on the role of someone here?
Yeah, for sure.
Draw a stork bearing card.
Star card. Great. Okay. Don't watch the stream, Kurt.
Don't look.
Oh, no, God. Ugh. Okay.
In the Chamber of Truths, Apricot is traveling in a moment between. She's not working. Of course, her and Briar both do tasks for the holy folk who live here, upkeep, manual labor to keep the holy well clean and in good repair, little mechanical repairs, little changes where they need to be made. And then here in the Chamber of Truths, we see Apricot kneels down. She's never been one for prayer or mysticism, but today there's something weighing heavy on her because it's an anniversary of a passing. She's not alone here. Here too, there are pilgrims making their visits to this place, and also the holy folk who treat it as their daily bread.
There's
Some
one of
yeah.
the workers here who you've worked with a couple times, but he refuses to leave the chambers. He'll only work here. And today, as you are in the chambers, you can see him nearby. You met him on the way into this chamber. And now he appears at the door, and he sees you kneeling, and you can hear his scuffling footsteps stop.
May I help you?
Didn't mean to interrupt. Are you working
What?
today, or?
No, I did. I'm done.
Personal business?
I suppose you'd say that.
Well, you could have fooled me, it just felt like. It seemed like you were in here, working, refreshing the place.
You could call it work. Apricot shifts, stands, and dust off her knees.
No, I'm sorry. But why don't you take your knees? I'll
Don't-
get out of here.
Don't leave. I'm not the type of person to sit in front of a polished surface and try and squint and see what I can see from it. You understand? This isn't what I tend to do, but I don't know who to talk to about this, and well,
I get it.
what do you see in this place?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. You won't leave it, so you
What?
must see something.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't see anything. Not like that. And he steps into the middle of the chamber now, and the polished crystal walls all shine back, the mirrored images of us from a million different angles. I mean, there's people, the holy ones. They see things. And he stares into the glass. They see all sorts of things in these walls. I don't see anything like that. That's why it's interesting. That's what I like about it. There's people here who are looking for truth. They've got some secret in their hearts that they are working their whole lives to untwine. They speak to things beyond us. I've never seen anything like that. I worked in the steam rooms. I was born in the steam rooms. And to imagine that there's a world where you have mystics, wizards, people who hear things. I don't know. I've just polished a lot of steam broilers, and sometimes it's nice to polish a machine that does something a little bit more pure.
I don't know what they see in there either. I'll tell you true. I'm here because I was left a kind of inheritance. I don't mean money, mind, but a fear ran through my mother's blood,
Oh.
and it seems like she intends to pass it on to me.
Whew. Isn't that the way?
Isn't that the way?
My father's father died penniless. So my father pinched every penny he could. And don't I still bury them beneath the rocks in the fire chambers? Don't I still wear clothes like this? Practically threadbare, windows for my knees. Never want to see it leave my hands.
You don't have to learn a lesson to learn a habit.
So is yours a habit or more of a...
Right now, it's a kind of sting. And she nurses that spot where the arm meets the steel. I couldn't say why, but I find myself thinking of her every time it hurts.
Oh. So why come here then, if you don't see anything?
I haven't tried. I tell my daughter what she should learn from me is different than what I learned from people who came before me. She's here, and that's different. All my life, I was moving.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want her to be like you.
I want her to be who she needs to be. And I don't think everything I've been given from the people who came before me were things to let me be what I need to be. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't mean to
No.
pass my burdens along to you. There's things I still don't understand about this place, and I thought maybe I could draw some strength from it, but, well, I'm not sure.
No, sounds like you're polishing the glass. Now, I don't see nothing in it, but I know there's others who will. And what I get to do, I get to polish it, and someone else does the looking. And he steps into the room, and with the silver cloth he holds in his hands, he begins to polish the walls of the shrine.
It's frost, right?
Yeah. Nice.
Apricot.
Ah, apricot. Uh, I don't got no kids.
You don't need to. Maybe I'm crazy to do it.
I'm just saying, don't got no one complaining about their problems to me. So my ears are free. I love polishing a mirror, having a conversation.
All right. Maybe I'll come back sometime.
I'd like that. You're doing the right thing. Take care of her.
Take care of whatever you have to take care of.
You point to the walls. Will do.
She walks out.
I'll pass you the card. We tend the shrine.
Yep. I know that's right. Over to you.
Over to me.
Over to you.
Was that a character? Like, would that character have a name?
Frost.
Frost. I've added
Frost.
Frost
Okay,
to our
cool. That's what I
character
thought.
directory.
I was like, was it Frost? Was it Ice? Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry.
Made a
no,
note.
yeah.
Nah, you're good. I'm just making little notes about like who went where, what's the premise, what's the card. So I feel like that's helpful.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
We've been in this place for so long. It's interesting. This is good. I'm gonna go to the Pilgrim's Hovel. I'm trying to mix things up here. There's only 2 characters. Just every scene is me, Apricot.
Now, here's the thing. You could always decide it's time to leave.
I
could
know.
leave.
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, it sounds like it's time to leave based on.
Sounds like it's time to leave.
Sounds like it's time to leave.
Okay, fine. I will decide it is time to leave, and then I will do a scene about it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move my token over to my card over here. I think that's how we do it.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna tell us a little vignette of the moment that Acorn decides that she needs to move on. Kurt, you're needed. It's another night. And you've only slept a couple hours. When you hear the yelling from the room down the hall again. And you're a little less fast this time as you trudge down the hallway and appear at the door of Acorn's room. And she is shoved into one corner of her cot, and she has pulled every blanket and every sheet towards her into a little nest. Her eyes are closed, but she's clearly awake as she huddles in one corner, rocking back and forth.
Hey. Are you all right?
Her dreams, they won't go away, Mama.
Well, tell me about them. You can lessen a burden by sharing it.
It's the same ones. The woman who smells like tea and she's gripped by the black spot on her chest and turns her to withered sticks. And the tree in the forest turning black like sludge. And then I see the stone and it melts. It melts into the ground. And the people yelling in the streets at each other around the big castle. And I see the airship. And I see the little baby. And it all comes back around and around and around and around.
You carry things you shouldn't. It's not your fault. It's not. I don't mean to say that you shouldn't because you're not allowed. I mean to say you shouldn't because we are a little bit of what came before. But we're not everything, little seed. There's things you can let go. You have to let go.
Yeah. I think it's... Olive says there's so many dreams here. But I don't want any more dreams.
This place, then.
I think I'm tired.
We're all tired when we can't rest.
Mercy.
What did you say?
Mercy. Mercy. That's what I want.
And where did you hear that?
The stars told me. That's why things end. When you need them to.
Apricot swallows a gulp of sadness and pulls the covers back up.
Thanks, Mama.
Of
You tucked
course.
me in tight. I think I can go back to sleep.
You should. You should.
Love you, Mama.
I love you, little seed. I love you, Acorn.
That's the scene. As you walk back to your room. And the night continues on.
Oh my God. Okay, Amanda, you've got one card left.
And can I only choose you because Acorn's prepared to leave?
Yeah, he's still there.
Let's say you can choose Acorn.
I can choose anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Acorn's off the
Oh, sorry. I can come back. I'll temporarily return.
I think this is an edge case, so feel free to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Before Amanda sets the scene, I want to say having the username a friend is a bit of a flex. What a great
A
get.
friend.
A friend. Who's watching?
A friend.
A friend.
Hi, a friend.
Mike, back to you, Amanda.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this. Let's go to where were you last time?
Oh, we were just in. My last scene was in the floating monastery, I guess, with Olive.
Okay, so I can't move you there.
No, I'm gone.
No, I think you could.
I can?
Yeah.
Just because off map now, so it feels like it would be totally fair.
Okay.
I think it's just so you don't like get stuck,
Right, like in the same place forever.
Yeah.
Well, I'll move you still to when we see the holy ones. I think that's fine.
Okay.
On the day after you've decided to go, you return one more time to the place where you saw the Holy One, the very specific spot. But this time, it's the daytime. And there's no one around. It's just you.
I trace my fingers to the sand and the pebbles here, where I think the circle was, trying to triangulate from the crags of rocks that stick out. And I try to find my place, nestle down on my knees, to where I was in the circle.
And as you reach down to like smooth everything out, you feel something sharp and you cut yourself.
Ow.
There's a piece of glass that's there. It's pink.
I grab it very gingerly. I try to like pull it from the sand and the rocks.
It looks like a star. A 7-pointed star. But it's really small. It's like this. Very tiny.
You're still here. You've just been waiting. I can't believe no one took you home.
And you hear a question. What is your name?
You want to know about me? Okay. Um,
I
my
think the
name's
little piece of glass glints in the light. It's hard to tell if you did that or the light. Where did that glint come from?
Acorn plays around a second trying to like recreate it and can't figure it out.
Nothing happens. There's no other glints that you can catch.
Hmm. My name's Acorn, but I think when I'm old enough, I'll choose my own name. Mama says that sometimes you can do that. I like Dottie.
Dottie. What is Dottie?
Oh, um, well, like maybe me, but actually like a doll. Uh, um, that's like my toy that I play with them. Um,
You are Dottie?
yeah.
You are a toy.
No.
What are you?
Um, I'm a kid. I have a mom and dad, and my dad is very strong and worried, and my mom is very wise and sad. And I'm there to make them both smile and let them take care of me and grow up to be something big someday.
Mm. And as you look at the little piece of glass, you don't hear anything, but
Wait, what are you?
it's still there. You don't hear anything.
Tries to catch the light with it again.
You don't see anything.
Hello?
The light glints on it again as you do that.
Can you hear me?
And as you do it again, it glints again. Do you move it around?
Now I just like to shout into it. What are you?
And I think as you continue to yell into this piece of glass, I will give you this card. A teaching game.
A teaching game. Interesting. Are there any hints of stone?
No. I mean, I don't know. Are there supposed to be hints of stone? Is that my job?
Well, it's not your job anymore.
Uh, I think if I were to take it further to that point, I don't think that Stone is here with you in this moment or anything like that. But you get this feeling as though there's a presence, I don't know, kind of receding, as though like a weight has kind of been lifted off your shoulders as you yell into this piece of glass. Like it's both frustrating because you don't know what just happened, or is this glass special? Was it even the glass? Did you imagine it? But there's this sense of that you're like where you need to be. And so as frustrated as you are, you kind of feel like an unexplainable sense of comfort. And
As
I like to
I
imagine that that's you asking questions and being asked questions to discover who you are, that there's like a sigh that Stone gives out somewhere else, wherever she is now, that she's gone.
as I'm walking home with the glass clasped in my hand. Well, you're the only other thing I've talked to in my head besides like all the memories of Auntie Stone, so it's nice to meet somebody new. It was getting awfully stuffy in there.
Ooh, this is making me think of like something about, so I don't know, people's spirits. I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll find out. in the meantime, here's when Apricot knows it's time to leave. It's night. Once again, she hears the cry of that child who was dropped off here. Bad dreams, restless sleep. And she reconciles in waking that her own dreams are addled and muddy here. Visions of things that aren't hers to assemble. Dreams are always a pastiche, a palimpsest, a collection of images taken apart and reassembled, all different and funny and strange. But they should be cut from your cloth. And here that's no guarantee. She casts a sidelong glance at Acorn, sleeping peacefully for now. But that's the moment that she knows. What they've gotten from this place has been good. But if they take any more, and they've drawn too deep from a well that held no more that they need, it's time to leave. And so, we migrate.
We migrate.
If we hold more tradition cards than marks of age, we decide which we carry on the journey and place the extras face up on the table in front of us. In one of our scenarios, that's all of our cards, and one of us has quite a few.
So I literally don't get to age first, so I just get to keep 0.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made that we could do the aging first if we want.
But
We
that's
Would
could
you
have
prefer that?
aged.
But you will still need to
Before.
like ditch cards and just won't get a scene where you say goodbye to them if we do that,
right.
in case you're wondering.
Ah,
So you see how there's a monkey's paw at play here.
there is a
For those
monkey's
of you at
paw
home, we have a hand of cards, and we have to discard some at the end of every chapter or a migration. One of them lets us bid cards adieu, and the other is like, oh, sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks to have so many cards given to you because I don't want to give cards to anybody else because I'm a child. So it seems
I don't
wrong.
have any cards. I'm dead.
Yay!
You're
Yay.
dead.
No responsibility.
You got any cards to
Okay.
leave behind? You got some down there? Okay, yeah.
I do. So now Anthony and I will go through these cards. In fact, I suppose not just Anthony and
Yeah,
I.
Amanda can join us.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
Amanda
I
can
gotta
join
get
us.
rid of them.
What?
I
You don't
already
need to-
got rid of all of them.
No,
You don't have
Amanda.
to.
First of all, you
What do
don't
you
have
mean?
to.
I
Second
can
of
still
all,
talk about the last time we see the tradition because I'm part of this. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna ask, what is our next destination?
Okay. Super
I mean, do you know how
interesting.
many cards I had when I died? Good Lord.
See, that's exactly why we spent so long in the Holy
I
Well.
know I
because-
did have a lot of cards. Like, when you guys died, did you have cards left over? Do you ever have cards left over?
Yes, that's how all of your scenes after your death form, but you had the most cards possible because you died with the lowest chance for it to happen.
That's right. I had fewer cards left.
We both had fewer cards left.
Yeah, right.
Wait, so but you can always say like, and then that's like the end of my memory, and then you could just dump the rest of the cards. Like you don't have to give them all away.
I think you give them all away.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. So if you die when you're younger, like there is a bigger.
And you died as young as possible.
Yeah, as unlucky as you could
That
get.
doesn't that also kind of say something about like when people pass and
Yeah, a lot of
like
frayed
the
ends.
amount of time that you've
Yeah,
had
it's
to
kinda
resolve things or not.
Yeah.
good
That's
design.
cool. It's
It's
a good design.
exceptionally cool and totally
Exceptionally
just
cool.
an emergent property of the mechanics, which I think is just
So we
really
we
neat.
needed this to be 2 parts because we just had a lot to go through.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Wow.
stone.
There's a lot of Stone.
There's a lot of
Rest
Stone.
in peace, Stone. We watched her grow up and then we watched her pass away and maybe go up into the stars if that's where people go, and maybe rain down little stars if that's the thing that happens. I don't know.
Okay,
Um,
where are we going?
Beautiful.
where are we going?
I ask this as of Amanda as well. If you have thoughts where you want to be.
Yeah, I guess we can, all of us, we can just, if we feel something, we just take it and go, right? There's no,
It's interesting to
What?
know where we
Just
should
where do you think we
go.
should go?
I feel like our meta game says we want to go to the drift, but I feel no reason to pick our family there. It seems insane.
oh, where are we gonna move?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely go to the drift. The drift is wild.
By our metagame, do you just mean it would be neat? Cool spot.
I just paid attention to what we've said before about what we want to do. Yeah,
Could
it's a
we
cool
go
spot.
to the archipelago?
We cannot yet.
Archipelago.
We could eventually.
Not yet,
Archipelago,
but
sorry.
soon.
Okay.
We can only move one spot along one of the paths.
Oh, yes, I see.
From
So because
Hello.
the orange path connects to the drift.
Yeah.
So we can go to the Arcanium of Brass, back to Glowtown,
Down to the dust.
down to the dust, or up to the drift.
Up to the drift.
Yep.
I think down to the dust or up to the drift sounds cool, just because that
Mhm.
just sounds cool in general. Down to the dust or up to the drift.
It does sound cool. All right.
What would Apricot most? What do you feel like you can most say? Like Apricot.
Yeah,
would
you're the one
wanna
that's probably
take her
moving
family
us.
too.
That's
You're
true. I just didn't want it to be a unilateral decision.
For sure.
I don't even know who I am, so
I just kind of want to put my vote behind yours, but if you don't want all that pressure, that's okay.
I like the idea of the drift. I think it's neat. And I
Cool.
can imagine having a strange and sort of prophetic child. It might just feel right to be moving up to the moon.
Yeah, maybe.
I also will say that the fact that this is like a place that has a mansion and a house that's made of trash somewhere,
Yep.
it seems crazy. I already love that. Also, what is Red's Diner? What is
I mean,
that?
we're gonna find out.
Drifting
sounds
apart?
Blue adjacent.
Yeah. Red's Diner,
Could be.
Blue's house.
Blue's
All right.
house, Red's Diner.
We are on our way to the drift next episode. That's exciting. Bizarre.
Very cool. Now we gotta have the map upside down.
Yeah. Okay, but before we do that,
But before we do that,
bid adieu to our final traditions.
No.
Little moments as they go away.
So many memories.
that's how it goes.
It's tragic.
Okay. Okay.
We see a really brief exchange between Apricot and one of the holy folk here. I have to go. I can't make your masks, but I've spent time passing my craft to one who I know isn't leaving. Her eyes cast a frost. We see a brief series of little glimpses of Apricot showing how a bellow works, Apricot showing how to heat metals, pour them, set them in place, and then when it's all done, how to polish the mask to a fine sheen, just as you might a mirror. I can't help with this anymore, but I've made sure there's one who can. And that's the last we see of the tradition made beautiful.
Cool. Acorn is on her last day of school, kneeling in the threshes beside the monastery, here in the where she learned from all of what all the plants were, how to name them and recognize them, and she makes a bundle of small pink flowers and ties them up with twine, and brings them inside. Olive, these are for you. One time you said, and I think you were joking, that these are good for fixing broken bones. And I said, also broken hearts. And you said yes. And I don't know if that's true, but maybe your heart's going to be broken because I'm going. I know my heart's going to be broken and then maybe these will help you. And Acorn just gives a little tiny kiss on Olive's cheek. My mom's coming to pick me up. I'll see you again. And
I think as someone that played Olive for a lot of this, you melt Olive's cold heart. She's always so dry and sarcastic, but I feel like a tear falls down Olive's cheek.
And that's the end of Where the Medicine Grows.
Oh my gosh. I think we ring the dawn bell. Acorn still has that bell from that one night. And when she's packing up her stuff, she puts it down, thinking, oh, I know, I'll put it in this bag because there's a good little spot right here. And she packs everything up and she leaves. And as she walks out the door, that bell is left on the table where she put it down before she packed it away.
Nice. I like that.
Sense.
Where do I put these things?
I can take care of it. It's fine.
It's the crane.
Okay.
Dude, this is like awful. It's terrible. I hate this.
You hate saying goodbye to things. We just make a lot of memories and then we're like, okay, and that's the last time you'll ever say
Okay,
bye.
and then we forget it forever.
Yeah.
The end. Although I guess it could always come back up in the deck. I don't know if that's happened to us yet, but it could, in theory, right?
Yeah, true. Kurt, you got something there?
Yeah. I think Apricot travels down to the reliquary where the death mask that she made for Stone rests. She kneels before it. She says, "You don't need to send anything more. I was lucky to have you. So was everyone who you crossed paths with. I know so many stories that I was never there for. A little girl in the Riverlands dancing. One coming of age, running through the courtyards in the Temple Isle. And one who was lost in a way that I came to be lost. I tell you now, any oaths that you hold yet, we can set them free. You are no longer tethered to this place. Take this mercy stone. I'll miss you." She turns, and that's the last time she visits the grave. I set aside an oath of stone.
We've kept that card for so long.
So long. Since almost the beginning of the game. I think something shifts in Apricot after that bizarre run-in with the man who she never sees again. She only
The
ever saw him
scholar underneath.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the caretaker of the reliquary. And she stops saying the word Umbra. I don't know if the feeling ever goes away, but the word does.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
In the final months before we move, honestly, the dreams get a little bit better. And sometimes, when Acorn still needs to soothe herself back to sleep, she talks to a little pink star of glass that she keeps beneath her pillow. Only sometimes it doesn't answer her, and less as the weeks go on. But a couple years later, in the drift, she finds in the bottom of a box. It's beautiful. It looked good as a necklace. And Apricot helps her drill a hole through the top. She winds a thread around it and ties it around her neck.
Huh. I like that. Well, that's cool. It's like an evolution of a thing.
Unless drilling a hole through it kills it, but who knows?
I mean, it screams in pain. No. I like that. I think I think that the bounty of the hunt is gonna go away.
Acorn takes back her coin.
Um, I think what is lost here is this sense of soothing, this sense of not what items mean, but you lose a little bit of the magic of the power that is family. And we can interpret that however we want to next time, but I think there's something there that's lost because the bounty of the hunt for me was something about like this idea of how you have all of these things and they lead you to what you need or what you want in life. And so I think there becomes some kind of disconnect maybe in the move. Maybe just, I mean, maybe it's just growing up and it's that feeling of a little bit more independence in Acorn's life.
Cool. I like
Yeah.
that. Kurt, do you have something for what pride demands?
At the observing tower, at the arcanium of brass, Apricot holds a little paper lantern. The letter tucked inside it has been written so many times, but it's never been sent. Not like this. Not like a goodbye. Every letter she's sent to Stone before, Jewel, Stone, her first mother. There's been a sense of something. A sense of hope. But there's a different kind of hope in letting go. In this last letter, she passes to a steady hand, unfluttered by the breeze. I don't expect you to see her, but I'd like if you could let this go. Let this lantern go off the side. Halfway between here and Cloud Citadel, let's say. If you ever do see her, you don't need to tell me. I've said all I needed to say. And the ladder unhooked, flutters out of sight. So now we migrate, and we have migrated, and now we age. So to end our little chapter, Amanda's character shall be introduced at the beginning of our next session, but for now we will mark one age on our characters. Anthony, please take a diamond-shaped mark of age.
Circle, circle.
Diamond.
I don't mean circle. I mean diamond,
All
as you are
right.
aging in the city.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
You will get a new bond. It may be a city bond. And there is nothing that we need mess about with hold traditions, as we know we can hold all that we have now.
Now we're back in our normal formation.
That's
Kurt's
true.
the oldest.
Oh.
Anthony, you're in the middle, and I'll be the youngest
Oh,
again.
true. Yeah, you're right. Back to it.
Fully rotated.
That's what we wanted, full rotation.
That's what we wanted. We got it on the map, and we got it in the characters. We got it all the rotations that you could ever want.
I'm gonna make the city bond favored by red as we go up to this diner.
Whoa. Okay. Are we
Ooh.
topped by olive or are we shadowed by stone? What do you think?
Ooh.
Is to say.
What do
Only
you feel closer to connection to?
All right, guys. Thanks for helping.
Only you can decide for your character.
heart, Anthony.
What do you feel in your heart? What is most
Character,
true to
dude.
you?
Guys, I just wanted an answer.
Guys, just tell me what to do.
All right, I'll be topped by
Guys.
olive.
Top by
That makes
olive.
sense.
Yeah. That's an important
I feel like you
relationship.
came out from the shadow of stone in the end.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why I made the choice. Yeah.
Like, still with you, I'm sure, but you don't need to be haunted.
Yeah, that's right. With my one little diamond, now I have a metro pass. Whee! I can go places.
I'm imagining now that all the metro passes are actually just shaped like diamonds. When you get them, there's these little diamond square things.
I love that I can go from the moon to the ground.
From the moon to the ground.
On my metro pass.
Anything is
Excellent.
possible.
Can you?
Is that how?
It
from
looks
the
like not
drift?
yet. Well, I
Oh,
guess
how's it
kind
work?
of.
How's it work?
No, you're right, kind of, yeah. I didn't
we-
realize that you were considering the drift part of the moon.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, I guess
don't know.
I
It's
can
in
because
between.
I'll
in
be baby.
between.
I'll
You won't
be
be able to.
Yeah, you'll
I
be
will be
baby. What
small.
kind of baby? I don't know.
I don't know.
But you will
Well,
be
there's a few options.
at least two,
Maybe.
maybe more. Who
There's
knows who we'll
two?
meet? Yeah, I was
Potentially.
fascinated by a certain introduction, but
Yes.
let's
Yeah.
not get ahead of
I see, I see.
ourselves. We have finished our chapter. We have added our marks of age. We are going to end our session as we have gone a long way today. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Amanda, as always, for joining me on a session of our now tangibly close to the end
Ooh.
game of City of Winter. I
Yes,
think
thank
we
you,
would agree
Gary.
with that, right?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. This was such a good, this was a heavy episode. This was a lot of closure, I feel like, for a lot of our characters, which was great.
Yeah. And to those of you who have joined us once again, thank you for being here for another session of City of Winter, a game that really does make us think, huh? You're right,
Yeah.
Kate. It does
Huh.
exactly that.
does.
Amanda, before we close out, you're always up to something. Do you want to let the people know anything that you are working on that they should check out or otherwise know about?
I will have a video going up for the Vampire Lestat episode 1, which just came out yesterday. So if you want to hear my review on that, or if you want to check out my reaction, that'll be up on the Patreon and up on YouTube for members. So you can check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be live again maybe on Wednesday because I heard there's going to be a Fable demo that's available. So I kind of want to play that, and it's going to be on the 10th. So maybe see you there.
Cool. Kurt, you got anything that people need to know about?
No,
All your
so I'm
projects are
good.
secret.
Truly nothing
Kurt's a
that I can
spy.
share at this time.
I knew
He
it.
works for the government. I don't know.
Yeah,
Seems-
that is suspicious.
Seems suspicious
So
to me.
suspicious.
Us.
We have been graced by a lovely raid today, so let's pass on the joy. If you want some more TTRPGs in your life, head on over to
Just the Human.
Just the Human. They're doing a charity stream for Triangle Agency, which is kind of like a satirical kind of horror game, but like
Wow.
employs like a mystical like investigation agency.
Whoa.
It's really cool. And the designers are also sweethearts. So big thumbs up from me.
Yeah. I hope we're back next week. Seems possible.
Seems plausible.
Seems plausible.
plausible. All right, so that's a good sign that we all said that. So if you are excited about seeing some more City of Winter, keep next Monday evening open, and we will be back hopefully to play some more. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been so much fun. I think we are all so glad to be back playing this game. It's been a long wait.
Yes.
So a very joyful night for me. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.